He's got no clue what's happening next. The blind wizard stumbles through each quest. Magic's wild, memories hazy, but trust the vibe even if it's crazy. He's got a friend, she's small but wise. The prediction princess, the theories will arise. No spoilers, just fate. Let the story unfold. Blind reactions with a heart of gold.
Hello YouTube, the Blind Wizard here, and we are back with episode 9 of Demon Lore 2099. Yes, there is no note this time because it's the same day that I got the note for the last episode, so I don't need to read it again. I'm not that stupid. And we're just going to pick up right where we left off with Veltol, Makina, and Takahashi entering their mission to find the records for the Dark Peers. And we're in Akihabara, and they're exchange students, and oh boy, let's see how this goes. But also, Graham is in this city now, so who knows what's about to go down, but I'm sure it's going to be fun. And considering Veltol is a demon lord in a school setting, this is giving me flashbacks to Anos, and I love Anos. If Misfit of Demon Academy comes to the channel, I won't be the one covering it. But just know that Anos is amazing, and I hope Veltol is relatively similar. But in any case, next time you see me will be that post-episode discussion. And abracadabra, alakazam. Alrighty, post-episode discussion time, and whoa, I was not ready for how this episode was going to go down, so Veltol, shows his talent in the classroom, so, very not surprising, so... But then the real beginning of this episode is basically at lunch, where the blonde girl from last episode, Hizuki Reynard, which is one of the three noble houses that was mentioned in the last episode, meaning she has probably a tie to one of the regalia, and it could be, like what Veltol had predicted or theorized later in the episode, that the downfall of her family's status could have something to do with the missing orb, which is a regalia. Definitely something to keep thinking about as we move on in the series, but the other guy, who I'm not even going to dare remember his name because he's kind of a nobody, is the son of the other noble house. Meaning, Veltol will eventually make his way to the family of said regalia to obtain it. Eventually. But, he stands up for Hizuki even though he disguises it as a... You ruined my lunch, therefore you are going to pay. And then so they decide to have a duel. As you do in a series with a magic school, there's always a duel. Because of course. Now then. Veltol decides, yeah, I'm not going to move from this spot. And then let's make a deal out of this, buddy. Not a deal, an oath. That if I win, you will just stop harassing her and leave her alone forever. Just forever. And because it's an oath, he knows the value of it, and so does Veltol, and they're like, you can't break it. And he handily hands him a defeat, which surprises everyone because he was the top student of the school. But I love how nobody comes to a conclusion that he might be immortal. Yeah, no, they only think that he's human, nothing more. And I'm just like, oh, if only you guys knew. But then the rest of the episode is Takahashi taking Veltol and Makina to a place where there is like a big stream of information that could be useful for finding the orb. And so they're in Magic Town now, which is another side of Akihabara. And inside Magic Town is a MAID cafe, because of course. And Veltol and Makina get an introduction to the modern culture of a MAID cafe. What fun. And then, of course, you you dive into a conversation already happening with a maid and some guys, and they just had to throw in a shonen reference of, oh, it's over 9,000. I'm like, of course. The typical Dragon Ball reference. But I love that it's a reference in the series itself. Like, it knows it's a reference. What is it with these back-to-back episodes having meta jokes? So then, Takahashi decides to get things moving, and she decides to use the maid service, only for the maid to show up to them to be Hizuki. Oh, what a way to end the episode. She's just so shocked that they're there, and she's like, what are you doing here, huh? And then the episode just stops. I love it. I was still holding on to my prediction from the last episode that there's something with Hizuki that it has to be with the goddess who gave Graham eternal youth. I forgot her name, but there's got to be something at play there. There has to be. So I'm very excited to see how we wrap up the season later, because the next time I cover the series will be the whole rest of it for the last 3 episodes. But that is not for today. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you liked it. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the video with a friend. Make sure you join the Patreon. Go over there, check out the stuff. And of course, keep your notifications on, because as always, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.